Welcome, folks. I am Jaby Koay, joined by ACHARA KIRK.
What's up?
We are finally getting around to watching Invincible. We are starting with episode 1, It's About Time, which is an apt name for, our finally watching this. Anyway, if you're watching this on YouTube, which you probably are, you're going to see a cut-down version of our reaction because we're only allowed to show you a limited amount of picture-in-picture. However, if you want to watch the whole thing with us, uncut, uninterrupted, head over to our Patreon page, patreon.com/JabyKoay, where you can watch the whole show with us, but you will need your own Amazon Prime Video subscription so you can open up the show in an adjacent window to our reaction, and it's like you're watching it with two of your favorite pals from the internet.
Ka-chow!
That's right, ka-chow.
Chow, pow, pow. Pew, pew, pew.
If you're watching this on Patreon, thanks so much for supporting us here. If you're watching this on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button, bell icon, all notifications, and pretty please vote this up to let YouTube know you're enjoying what you're watching. All right, here we go.
Well, maybe 100. I mean, Matt, he had it rough, but he's really pulled himself together.
This is making me nervous for some reason. Like,
The kid was doing, the stealing, the drugs. How'd you turn that around?
I feel like something crazy violent's gonna happen.
Why don't I just make some hot cocoa to cheer up my sweet boy?
Come on, like you're not crying on my shoulder every time you don't get a second date.
Oh. You called it. It's like too nice. Oh, here comes a super villain.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-oh, duck and roll. I don't know.
Oh, two of them.
Twinsies.
We were supposed to be inside. I should have never trusted the flawed calculations of a clone.
Oh, clone.
It's not enough for us to kill him. It has to be a spectacle. Oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh
Why
God.
would you do that? That's just so stupid.
Oh, no.
What?
Oh!
Kill that one and move on. Your eye is as replaceable as you are. I am the original.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out of there! Okay. Here we go. Whoa, so many.
Let us kill the president. You earned a day off.
Not our style. Sorry. Stay together, stay together, stay together, stay together.
Oh. Oh,
He
no.
touched him with his toe to help him save him.
No, he didn't get him.
Yes, he did. He's right there in his arm.
He did?
Yeah, because he touched him with his toe.
Oh, okay.
Really moved so fast, but there were so many of you that. Oh no! It starts with one of you. Then. Oh, sorry.
Sympathy vomit.
Yeah. What about that guy? That guy, 111.
He'll be all right.
Are you sure?
The building is clear. It's just us.
Evacuation complete. Now we can cut loose and focus on taking these brutes down.
Nice.
Ooh. Oh, what? What now?
That's gonna explode.
Kapow?
That's gonna explode.
Kapow? Seance talk. What?
I like that little detail.
Yeah, I know. Yuck.
Whoa, shit.
Whoops.
He finally found us some power. Where did that garbage end up?
Who cares? Someone got surprised.
Dad always said it was like a reflex, so if I don't want to fall, I won't. And even if I do, maybe it won't even hurt. Or maybe... Nah, screw it.
What?
Oh, it worked.
Oh, shit.
Oh, wow. They really did come in.
I'm surprised he's not freezing.
Yeah, don't hit an airplane. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh God, where's he gonna end up? Oh no, not enough oxygen.
Yeah. I know that kind of morning.
It's kind of like how you walk and you don't think about balancing anymore. But when you were a baby, you did. You're a baby flyer right now. You have to focus on staying upright. Focus on going the direction you want to go. Understand?
Yeah.
Land. I said land. Why aren't you slowing down?
I can't.
Stop. Just stop. Okay, I guess that still counts as a landing. Get up. Come on, we're gonna try something else.
I'm actually getting used to this a little.
That's not good. We don't have to pivot on our feet and push off the ground. We can literally push off anything. We can create our own leverage. Good. But try it a little more like this.
Like what?
It's gonna.
You hurt me.
He couldn't even.
You really want to do what I do, you have to be prepared for anything. No one is going to pull their punches.
It's true.
He couldn't even get the sentence
Yeah.
out properly.
Who the hell are you?
I guess I'm working on that. Any suggestions?
Captain God with the hole punch to him?
It doesn't really roll off the tongue. Anything else?
Oof. Oh no.
Huh. What about ass kicker?
Mm.
No. That sounds willfully childish. What are you thinking?
You look ridiculous. Let's get out of here.
Are those his mom's cleaning gloves?
Maybe.
Honestly, I think you might have skipped a few steps, Mark.
Seemed to work out just fine.
It may not look like much, but you did far more damage down there than you needed to.
Exactly.
Follow me.
I thought he was gonna sucker punch him.
I know, me too. This keeps like going against what I think it's gonna do.
You mean shopping?
I am.
Get him an outfit. It's gonna be like the Kingsman.
Yeah, maybe. Oh no, is something gonna happen to her? Oh no.
What the hell was that?
Practicing my landings.
Yeah, I see that now.
Holes in the ground.
Sorry about the yard. I'm nothing like that. I'm more like you. I'm nothing special.
Ouch.
Like a knife to the heart with this one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
That's interesting.
What is it?
They're throwing it around the world.
Just gonna keep prying if I'm evasive at all, so,
What if they hit planes or something?
what if I can't do this?
You hear it?
I do.
Get ready.
Oof. Oof.
You think you can do that, Mark?
Yeah.
Oh,
Got it.
Invincible.
Let's get to work.
That's the title of the show.
hey, that's the name of the show.
That's a nice outfit. I like it. His mask is kind of reminiscent of Gambit. With the hair coming out at the top. No cape is a good move, though.
Yeah.
He obviously watched The Incredibles. Has he learned how to land yet? Whoa.
Yeah.
Crap.
I knew something was gonna happen, like action-wise, but I thought it was gonna happen at him, not the city.
Oh.
Oh, damn.
Too much damage. Oh no. Was this in your training?
Yeah, I don't think he's listening to his dad at all.
Yeah.
That's...
Guardian's emergency. I'm so very sorry.
I understand.
Yeah, it's not easy dating a superhero.
Denver is toast, Immortal! I'm going out, and I'm taking the whole city with me! I've lined my suit with plutonium!
I got him while I was...
Throw them into space.
That was actually really funny, because he caught him while he was doing his monologue.
Yeah.
This fish guy reminds me of, like, a creature from The Legend of Zelda.
Finally! Some action!
Don't you do enough for the world? None of us do.
That's an interesting double life.
Yeah.
Man, take me with you. Come on, I can help.
No, Nikki. You know Guardian's business is too dangerous for human children.
That's a wrap. Great work, everyone.
That's a girl.
Well, didn't you see her boobs?
You know what it was? It was her butt. I was like, I'm pretty sure that's a girl.
I'll check back with you tomorrow.
Dang.
It's an interesting take on the Batman character.
Darkwing, why did you call us here?
Me?
What?
It's gonna get really bad.
Yeah, it's about to get really bad. No!
It's gonna get really, really bad.
Why is he doing this? Oof. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. No, 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 oh no. Oh no, no. Oh god, no. Oh no.
Why have you done this?
Oh no. Oh no. Oh dude. Ooh.
Are you all right?
I live.
Someone must be controlling him. He would never do this.
Regardless, it's him or us.
He's invincible. Like, did they never come up with a contingency plan?
Oh man.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Oh, that's...
How do you kill him?
Oh, maybe it's the bubble is... Oh, lady. Oh, you're dead. Goodbye. Oh. Why?
Why?
Oh, man. Is it for his son?
No, something's taking over his mind.
You think so?
Yeah, because you remember how he snapped at his wife?
Oh, yeah. Whoa.
Wow.
Whoa.
That was crazy because, like, the way the show sets you up is, like, with this false ending and everything's just super peachy.
It's like hunky-dory.
You haven't seen anything that's really violent. It's like, I was watching and I'm like...
Is this the show that everyone was talking about where they were like, oh, yeah, it's, like, really crazy violent? I was like, well, so far it seems pretty pleasant.
Well, the thing about it is none of the violence exceeded anything you'd find on daytime television for kids so far. And I mean, you had profanity, and that was about it. That's about where it made it more mature. And I'm like, okay, the other shoe's gonna drop at some point. And I had seen a little bit of that ending fight somewhere with where he kills the Flash type character. And I just stopped watching. I'm like, this is really violent. I don't know why I'm watching this. Out of context, I still don't have context, to be truth be told, but because I was expecting from the very beginning, I was expecting on something along the lines of The Boys.
Right, where it just kind of starts off with the surprise, the shock of like, oh, the violence. Whereas this was like, it was just a very sweet kind of your typical origin story of, you know, it kind of felt like Spider-Man, where he's just kind of the underdog, and then he comes into his powers, and it's like, oh yeah, cool, this is so awesome.
Right.
You know?
Well, what it seems to be here is that it's going to be a story about a father and son having to fight each other. I mean, they eliminated the entire crew in the first episode, so it's like I have no idea where this is going next. Okay, so the only thing that seems to make a little bit of sense to me is something like Brightburn. Brightburn's not even a good example. It's more like Dragon Ball Z, where you have this character who is trying to take over the Earth. You know, because like when Goku was sent to Earth, the whole point, if I recall correctly, was they were being sent out to take over planets.
Yes,
right?
yes.
And so Brightburn, I think, was supposed to be something similar, but like, anyway, I don't want to get into Brightburn. I should stop comparing it to that. That seems to be what's happening here. He's losing himself, like the character, the person that he was, which is who his wife fell in love with, and he's becoming this epitome of evil. He just completely killed his crew, and he, like, no explanation, nothing. He didn't even say anything. He just summoned them all so he could kill them. It was the craziest thing.
Yeah.
And one of the interesting moments in this, when they were summoning the crew together, was when they were in mid-flight. I forgot I don't know the name of the guy who was flying, but the henchman or the evil guy was like, and this is why I was doing this, and blah blah blah. And in mid-monologue, he was thrown into the sky. And so the show established right then and there, kind of like with The Incredibles, you know, when you do those things that you would typically find in a superhero show or movie, a comic, it's not going to go over well.
Yeah, it's subverting the tropes that we're used to.
And so he didn't even bother to monologue. That was because if this was real, he wouldn't do that. He's got a job to do. His job is to take all these people out. He's not going to monologue. He's not going to explain himself. There's no need to do that.
It was incredibly shocking.
Well, that was the point. It's like the whole point was to subvert your expectation, because it had the false credits for a moment to make you go, oh, that was kind of pleasant.
You were like all ready to switch off too, and then it was like, oh no, just kidding, there's more.
When the more came, I was like, oh god, I feel my stomach turning a little bit in advance, like I already kind of know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And then when they ended up in that location, I'm like, my brain knows exactly what that location is, and I remember the Flash getting his head crushed. That's all I remember from that scene, but it's like it was imprinted into my mind hard.
Yeah, because it's crazy. I mean, like, you don't think that something like that would happen. I mean, I guess even in Superman and in the Justice League and stuff, like, they have to plan on a contingency for what if Superman goes bad, right?
Yeah.
And that's why in that show, like we watched a bit of it, the Superman and Lois show, you know, they have all of that kryptonite in reserve and everything, because it's like, okay, well, what if Superman just goes crazy and he's no longer on our side? And so I was actually, I guess, kind of surprised that no one in the team had thought about, you know, what do we do if we have to take down Omni-Man?
Right.
But I guess right up to the end, they're all like, wait, no, but he's on our side. No one had thought in advance of, okay, well, what's his weakness? How do we take him down if we have to?
There was this moment at the dining table where they showed a lack of empathy from Omni-Man, and he was just staring at his son. Like, he didn't even blink. And I thought for a moment, maybe it's just cheap animation or something, like, because he's so still and so locked off.
Yeah.
And his eyes aren't even blinking. Now I'm realizing that was a creative choice. It was deliberate to show that it was the infancy of this change that's happening.
Right. Yeah. Now it's starting to make sense. Like, that was really interesting that you picked all that stuff up and, like, you're piecing it together, because I hadn't really thought about it that way. But I'm sure now that you say that, I'm like, yeah, that actually makes sense as to, like, why his character is suddenly becoming like this.
It's just interesting because it started out as this deceptively wholesome thing, and then it went a completely different direction, and now it's reminding me why you do that violent opening, generally speaking. It's to set the stage, to set the tone of the show.
Yeah.
To let you know this is going to come later on. It's going to happen. And so it has the effect of a South Indian movie. Or a Telugu or Tamil film where it's like everything's hunky-dory and fine. It was like my experience with watching 24, the Surya film. It's like an hour and a half into the film, there's like this crazy violent thing. I'm like, none of the rest of the movie was like that. This guy's getting his arm pulled off of his body. What the hell? Or chopped off. Like, it was just nuts. Now, there was just a handful of violent moments in that film, but still, like, this is setting the stage for now the rest of the show. Right? Because I was like, this is interesting because it feels just like any other comic book based cartoon or superhero based cartoon for a while there. And I'm like, okay, where is this headed? Like, I even found myself disengaging a little bit.
Yeah.
Where I was like, I'm just a tad bored. Just a tad.
Well, it was interesting too because before you click into the show, it makes it a point to say this is an adult show.
Yeah.
And like you're saying, the whole time you're watching, you're like, it feels like something, I would watch when I was maybe 7 or 8.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of feeling really cute and wholesome right now.
Yeah.
And then...
Right. But
it's not.
Bringing it back to Brightburn, I think that is part of the point of the show. Just like The Boys. With Homelander. It's like part of the point is, what if Superman turned on Earth?
Yeah.
Like, what would that look like? What if Superman turned on the Justice League? And we kind of explored that in the Justice League a little bit, but not to this extent.
Yeah.
And so definitely an interesting starting point. I wonder how much thought went into the false ending credits, because that did catch me off guard. It reminds me of the end of the Sopranos series. It's like, how much debate went into that? Because I'm sure there's a ton of people that clicked out and don't even know that that's not even the beginning of what this is about. That's what's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, if you clicked out without hovering your mouse over the thing and seeing that there was actually a third of the episode left over, you would have never known. And maybe people would have, if they'd have done that, they would have been like, it's like a show for kids, I'm not really into it.
What's nuts is the premise. Because you have this character, this young guy who's just discovering his powers, has to go up against I'm assuming the show is going to be him having to go up against his father. So it's like he's not only having to stop crime against these super evil villains and whatnot, he has to go up against his dad, who's like the emotional weight of that and the physical weight of that. Like, he's going to have to fight the most powerful man on the globe.
Well, I wonder as well if there's maybe a sort of genetic component to that too, because what if it's something like Mad Weary from the Eternals, right? Okay. Where maybe it's something that just happens over time. And so, maybe this is something that Mark is going to have to grapple with, knowing that at some point that could happen to him and he could go crazy and start killing everyone.
Yeah.
Who knows?
We don't know. I do want to say, an appreciation for the fact that we have a Hoppa character.
Yeah.
Because it seems to really only happen in cartoons, but we got it in Big Hero 6, and now we're getting it here. And so we got, our Hoppa dude, but he wasn't really a Hoppa character in the movie, but in Crazy Rich Asians, he was Hoppa. I keep saying this word and I forget that people don't know what it is. Hoppa is a slang colloquial term for half Asian, half white.
Yes, it's from Hawaii. We are Hoppas.
What's interesting, though, is whenever I hear a white guy say the Hoppa word, it kind of throws me off a little bit. I'm like, why do you know that word? That's my word.
Yeah. You're not Hoppa.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, this is a fun show, and I'm buckling in, and I'm getting ready for this rocket ship that's gonna go into.
It's interesting with the violence as well, because it's animated violence, and so on the one hand, it does feel intensely shocking because it's violence, but also it's a cartoon. So how far can we push this? I feel like they went really, really, really far.
If I'm being totally honest, I guess maybe because I was expecting it didn't hit me as hard. It was obviously gross, but I felt a little bit more wigged out at the violence in Castlevania, and definitely more wigged out at the violence in The Boys. Just in terms of just a visceral response to the whole thing. I was more shocked at what was happening to the characters than the violence itself.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. It's because they did a good job of kind of setting up who the characters were very quickly at the beginning of the episode, which is they really care about people. They're making sure that everyone's evacuated. They're very good at their job. They're super powerful. Invincible,
Yeah,
and they're the guardians of not the galaxy, but of the globe. That was actually really, really smart to kind of start the show off with that, so we know exactly who they are, what they're about, and so when all this stuff happens to them, it just kind of feels devastating.
Yeah, it is devastating for sure. It's almost like the beginning of Mission Impossible, the first movie.
Oh, and then everyone dies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
except for Tom Cruise.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, it did feel kind of like that because I was like getting on board with these characters. I was just getting to know them and then they're gone. I'm like, oh, well, that kind of sucks. I kind of wish they did that in episode 2, but I have no idea what's in store. So we'll find out. You guys, thanks so much for hanging out with us. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Do subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that bell icon, all notifications, and vote this up so that YouTube know you enjoyed what you watched. If you're watching this on Patreon, thanks so much for supporting us here. I am Jaby Koay. This is
ACHARA KIRK.
Peace out.